Hello Scorpio, thank you for joining me for your monthly overview, and this one is for the month of May. As always, only take the messages that are meant for you. Don't try and force anything to fit with your situation, okay? Right, so really interesting. Your spirit animal guidance message for this month is the whirling dragonfly. And it says, embrace change with grace. Recognize that life is constantly shifting. Adapt to new circumstances with the flexibility and an open heart to find harmony in transitions. Okay, so yeah, this one obviously heavily implies that something is shifting in your life, it's changing, and you're being asked to adapt to the changes that are going on. With this being the dragonfly, then it's changes that you've brought on through your own intentions, through your own hard work, through your own manifestations, basically. Okay, it's changes that you've instigated, if you will. So lean into these changes that are happening. Okay, they're saying, yeah, that, like, change is one of the guarantees in life, and we're not guaranteed much in life, but change certainly is one of the guarantees that we do have. Okay, again, I feel that this is something that you're doing. This is something that you have initiated. So we'll have to wait and see if the tarot gives us further information. Before that, though, we're going to take a look at a rune message. We'll do a healing crystal and intuitive messages that comes through with the oracle, and then we'll clarify everything with the tarot. Okay, yeah, Musselheim or Musselheimer. Now this one's come out off center, right? I'll get into that in a minute. It says guided by Surtia's flames and action, right? So Surtia was one of the giants. He obviously was the fire giant, so you had fire giants and ice giants. Surtia, basically this energy, it's an agent of necessary change. So there's that word again. And I know a lot of people, not necessarily you Scorpio, but a lot of people tend to freak out when they hear the word change, because it implies that something's being taken away. That's why people freak out when they hear the word change. This isn't necessarily something being taken away, especially with this one coming out off center, right? If it came out in the upright, I'd say, actually, yeah, it's possible that something is being taken away to make room for something else to take its place. But with it coming out off center, I feel that these changes are an addition to your life, okay? This feels to me like you're going to be very, very busy this month. And to get back to the message of Surtia, the agent of necessary change, and again, don't freak out about that, okay? It's an addition to your life, not a subtraction from your life, an addition to. This is the unstoppable cycle of life, of death and rebirth, okay? It's the balance of everything. It's the balance of life, that careful balance of life. This is pivotal. It's absolutely going to be a pivotal month for you guys, for change, for renewal. It's a pivotal month for that natural order, okay? Surrender, release, and grow. Planting seeds also, be them literal or metaphorical, okay? Now, Surtia is more often associated with the destruction side of things, okay? That necessary destruction in order to make room for something else to take its place, like we've already talked about. I don't feel that so much for you guys this month, okay? Because the changes that I feel for you is an addition to your life. It's going to be unexpected as well, Scorpio. So, for example, and again, this could manifest physically in lots of different ways for lots of different people. But for example, if you're one of these and you're like, okay, cool, my family is now complete, happy days. This month, you might discover, oh, actually, there's a new addition that's coming into your family that wasn't planned for, that was completely unexpected. Not necessarily kids, okay? It could be pets or anything like that. Literally, with this coming out off center, it's a situation that you're dealing with in your life that you thought was complete. Actually, there's an addition to that particular area of your life this month, okay? So nothing bad about it at all, nothing negative. It's just unexpected, that's all. Just unexpected. And that's why Spirit's saying here, look, lean in to those changes that's going on. Lean into it. Maybe even have fun with it as well. With the dragonfly energy, it's approaching this month with more of a uplifted, vibrant energy, more of an optimistic energy, okay? So yeah, purification here and potential destruction came out off center because it's an addition to your life. So yeah, it's going to be quite an interesting month for you guys here, I feel. Let's take a look at your healing crystal. What else for Scorpio, please? What is Scorpio's healing crystal for the month of May? Oh, okay. That's way more than I was expecting. Astrophyllite, I think I'm saying that one correctly. Astrophyllite. Apparently that's what it looks like. And it says, Astrophyllite gets its name from the Greek word for star and leaf. It forms in precise brown-orange metallic blades that contain titanium and iron. Very rare and very expensive. It's found only in a few isolated locations, like the Pikes Peak in Colorado, Norway and Quebec. Who needs it? Anyone with a permission slip for an intergalactic field trip. Where to put it? Wherever you go to blow the lid off, i.e. a what? A Vipassana retreat on Energy Vortex Area 51. Okay. When to use it? When it's time to step outside of yourself, like way outside. Call on the energy of Astrophyllite to electrify you with superhero purpose so that you can take flight. And they're saying for you to unlock your highest potential with this one. So that indicates that you might have been bored. It might have been a bit of a dreary couple of months for you guys. This month, I feel that there are definitely unexpected surprises here. I do feel that there are unexpected pleasant surprises that contribute to an addition to your life. This is you thinking very differently about life this month. With those messages, it sounds like you're being uplifted somehow. There's almost like a spiritual ascension of some type here. We'll keep it in mind. Rose quartz. I think everyone knows what rose quartz is. It's love in rock form. Who needs it? The overly self-critical. Well, there we go. Sentient spiritual beings who love deeply, and those who are in the healing arts, or those who are wanting to be. Where to put it? In spaces that you want your zone to feel safe and sacred. Okay. When to use it? When you feel like you always have to be the one to have it all figured out, the one to work the hardest, the one to hold it all together for everyone else. Rose quartz gives us a pink cashmere covered platform to be soft, sweet and open to spirit. And then this one's affirmation is to take care of your heart. Okay. Yeah. Being overly self-critical this month, Scorpio, it's actually going to work against you. That's why they're asking for you to be more gentle with yourself here, okay? You got diamonds. I'm certain you guys have had that one that's come out before. We all know what diamonds are. where to put it, wherever you would like bling, when to use it, when you've just got to keep it icy, when you want to make your intentions perfectly clear, and when it's time to beam your own unique light through the darkness for all to see. You can own it with diamond. And then it says for you to shine your brightest. Okay, here's the thing. If you have to do anything that is public this month, could be online, it doesn't have to be, like you could have a public platform, anything that sees you speaking to a lot of people. It could be like business meetings here also, okay? Any situations where you're going to have a lot of eyes on you and you really need to be heard. This could give you the confidence boost that you're needing, so that when you speak, you're going to speak with some sort of authority. You have to believe in what it is that you're saying in order to come across as being more believable. Okay, it's all about that clarity of thought. It's choosing words that's best going to suit the audience that you're needing to speak to. Okay, so that's going to imply being able to really think quickly. Okay, so there's that one. And then, oh, this is one of my favourite ones, the Shiva Lingam. It's this one here. Again, I think everyone knows what a Shiva Lingam is. The embodiment of God Shiva, the destroyer of illusions, and is a transformer. Yeah, it's proper scorpionic energies. Like Scorpios, you're known for transforming situations, people, environments, okay? Who needs it? Yoga people and people who hate yoga. Okay. Where to put it? Wherever you seek enlightenment. For example, on the meditation cushion, concentrating on your breath, possibly chanting. When to use it? When your ego has you too small or totally supersized. Okay, so egos is kind of like on a spectrum, isn't it? You've got to remain on the middle of pretty much everything to do with that sort of thing. What they're saying is that there's a group of Scorpios who have low confidence, low self-esteem, who are needing this month to have their voice heard, who are needing to really tap in to certain aspects of other people's psyches that other individuals are not necessarily very good at being able to reach into. Okay, I suspect that's probably why Scorpios tend to get a bit of a bad reputation, because we tend to trigger people, not because we're nasty, spiteful, or anything like that, just from being there. Right? I don't know if you would have noticed that your sheer existence alone would have triggered the ever-living shit out of certain individuals, right? It's because you're naturally, like, I don't know if is it the energy that Scorpios give off, but they tend to reach in to people's psyches. It could be something that you say, reaching into other people's psyches that really make them think differently, and it's that ability to make people think differently that makes them feel uncomfortable. And so as like a defensive mechanism against that uncomfortable feeling, they tend to put their barriers up straight away. Okay, sorry, I just had to pause there. I had a bit of a snack before I started filming you reading, Scorpio, and I just got a little tiny bit of it just stuck in the back of my throat. Okay, so with that being said, this is not going to be the month for you guys to be playing it small, okay? Finding yourself with a lot of eyes on you. So say what you mean what you say. Speak with confidence. Oh my goodness. If you have a tickly throat like me, maybe take a cough sweet before you have to do this presentation, whatever it might be, okay? And then for the other group of Scorpios where quite the opposite is going to be a factor, such as maybe having too much confidence that's borderline arrogance. That's not going to work either. Okay, like that's going to be really rare. Okay, yeah, I might be saying that because I'm biased, right? Triple Scorpio myself. Yeah, okay, there are going to be some biases there, but honestly, I know so many Scorpios, and I haven't met one yet that is like super hyper arrogant or anything like that. And I know loads of them. Right? So, some of them are best friends from childhood as well. And it's like, no, that's a non-issue. Right? So, again, super totally rare. But if you do happen to be within that rare group of Scorpios where you're like, actually, I can be quite egotistical sometimes, especially when I know that I'm in the right, then fair enough. Okay, fair enough. They're saying being too much in your ego, like that's proper going to work against you this month. As it's going to be as damaging as not having enough confidence. Okay, again, it's on that weighing scale, basically. Get your measurements right, and you're going to be golden. All right. So they're saying here, when it seems like you're sucking life force through a swizzle stick instead of a boba straw. I think that says boba straw. When you've got baby making on your mind. Okay. And then your affirmation is to go all in on your essence. Okay, so if anyone is trying to conceive, then certainly rose quartz is really powerful for that. That is a fertility stone. Maybe a combination of both. Okay. Because the Shiva Lingam, that's quite a potent energy in of itself. You might have seen me holding this in my hand sometimes when I'm doing the readings. When I can feel that I'm needing to start channeling something, I'll have that in my hand to do that. They say it's one of the world's highest vibrational stones. Okay. Interesting about the baby making though. Again, that's not going to be on absolutely everyone's agenda this month, okay? They're saying, look, for those where that is on someone's mind, then this is going to be the month for doing that, okay? Right, really interesting so far. Let's take a look at the intuitive messages that come through. I'm going to pull one card each from 2 oracles, and then we're going to start clarifying this, okay? So what's coming in for Scorpio, please? Whoa. Again, more of your energy coming through. A lot of change. A lot of change. The coffin is literally one of your cards. Endings, liberation, and remembrance. Now, this is also very possible that you are on someone's mind here. This is possible that someone's feeling quite nostalgic about you. They're remembering you in remembrance of you. Or this could be you in remembrance of someone else. Either, I mean, it could be you fondly remembering someone who's still living but is now no longer a part of your life. Or this could be you in remembrance this month of someone who has passed on, okay? Again, take it as it resonates. If it is the latter, I'm afraid I don't delve any further into that sort of thing, okay? I have deliberately blocked myself off from that sort of messaging and receiving messages from that particular angle. My own personal reasons, okay? So let's just keep on track. This could be you showing homage and gratitude to your ancestors this month, okay? They say, I don't know if I've shown you this before, I might have done. If I can take it out without dropping everything. They say that copal resin That's what it looks like. Copal resin is very good for remembering your ancestors. So this would go in an oil burner, right? They say not to touch it with your fingers. That's why I use a wooden spoon with it. Apparently it's disrespectful. But that's food for your ancestors, basically. And it smells absolutely wonderful. So for those where this message of remembrance is about you remembering your ancestors, maybe do yourself like a little ceremony with burning some copal resin. Okay. A situation's coming to an end here. I feel that this is the situation of uncertainty, that I know for a fact you guys have been dealing with a lot of uncertainty over the past, I want to say 12 months specifically. That period of uncertainty of not being able to make plans for the past year, maybe more, that's what's coming to an end. Okay, because everything about your energy this month, everything about your messages is all about liberation and freedom to move forward. Okay, really, really important messages. So this is not going to be the month for you to sit on your hands, for you to relax, sit back, put your feet up. No, 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 no. Quite the opposite. This is going to be a very, very busy month for you guys in the best way possible. Yeah, soul tribe. A lot of spiritual energies are coming through for you guys. A lot. This one is connected to number 27. In case anybody does like numerology or anything like that. I'm not very good at numerology. In case anyone is, you've got number 32, reduces into a 5. You guys know what 5s are all about. Your number is change. And then 27 reduces into a 9. 9s can indicate perseverance, okay? 9s can be seeing that finish line on the horizon, but not resting on your laurels, okay? Not taking anything for granted. 9s is giving yourself that final push. This one says, as you progress and change, so too does your soul tribe. Be open to new relationships. Beautiful. So you guys have got a very important individual that is coming into your life this month. This is an important soulmate. It could be romantic for some. It's not necessarily going to be romantic for everybody though, okay? Again, really important distinction to make, right? Not every soulmate that comes into our lives we're supposed to have romantic inclinations towards, okay? So, again, for some, it's going to be a romantic soulmate. For others, not so much. This feels like there's a very important friendship that's either currently building or is on the horizon for you. And this particular friendship, there's going to be that instant connection with this person. I'm seeing this energy as you awakening something within them and them awakening something within you. Okay? So let's take a deeper dive into this energy. What is this coffin all about for Scorpio, please? What is this coffin? What is ending? Ooh, the devil. Yikes. I mean, that's a good thing. Why am I saying it's a good thing? Because it's clarifying this ending. This liberation energy. And it's clarified with the devil. Could be to do with someone's addictions here. Okay? Could be to do with your addictions. Everyone's got some type of an addiction. Right? Ain't no one's hands 100% clean. That's just not possible. This is basically freedom from any and all addictions, any and all unhealthy habits. It could, I mean, for those who've got low self-esteem as well, that could be your particular devil, right? Because when someone's got a low self-esteem, it stops them from taking the necessary risks in life in order to get anywhere. It keeps you small, right? keeps you stuck. What about that is not devil energy? It sounds like devil energy to me, right? So it's going to be applicable for you guys too. This is basically the areas in which you felt like you were stuck, or if you were dealing with external sabotage and other people were trying to keep you stuck, other people were trying to stop you from doing things, especially with the fact of, yeah, you've not been able to make plans for like a year. For some of you, it's over a year. And then this month, it's like, yeah, all systems go, right? That's going to be that devil energy. Anyone and anything that was trying to stop you from doing something, that's what's ending. The confusion surrounding that, the inability to build, right? Because obviously when there's sabotage and shit going on, no, you're not going to be able to build. How can anyone build when everything's so uncertain? You can't, you just can't, right? So that uncertainty is what's being cleared away here. No longer is the devil going to have a foothold on you. It's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. And I love how direct Spirit's being with your messages as well. This is Soul Tribe for Scorpio, please. Oh. The Eight of Swords, an Eight of Cups, and the Tower. Wow. Very intense energies. Eight of Swords. Limited thinking. Negative thoughts. Feeling helpless, feeling powerless in some sort of situation. I feel that certain people who are struggling at this point in time are going to be seeking you out in order it's almost like they're looking at you for some sort of guidance, for some sort of clarity almost on their situation. Okay, your Eight of Cups is moving on. It can indicate leaving a situation, and then we've got shocking change here with the Tower. So there are definitely radical shifts, radical changes that's going on with this energy. Now, I'm convinced that you've already been through these radical shifts and changes. I'm looking at this energy and I'm seeing that some of you have had to already let certain people go, certain friendships go, because their influence was incredibly unhealthy, incredibly damaging. I'm seeing that you've already let certain relationships and people go, right? And what's taken the place of those people? Your soul tribe. Your soul tribe that is going to be in contact with you some way, somehow this month, okay? At the bottom of the deck is the Ace of Wands, yeah. Creative energy. Exactly. Very, very powerful creative energy. This is you starting a new project, it could be a new job. It's something that reignites that spark that you feel within your soul. That's the Ace of Wands. And then you've got the Seven of Wands underneath that one. So you're going to... This month, actually, is going to be the first month in a long time where you've genuinely felt like you've not had to fight. You've not had to fight. Yes, it's going to be a busy month, but it's going to be a very enjoyable month. Okay, because I do see a lot of certain types of people who have got certain ill intent are actually giving you a wide berth this month, Scorpio. I'm feeling that strongly. Especially with this Eight of Swords, Ace of Cups, interesting. That was an interesting slip up. Especially with this Eight of Swords and Eight of Cups energy. I am seeing certain manipulators giving you a very wide berth. For certain. And with the slip up of the Ace of Cups, maybe that wasn't a slip up. because that could have been Spirit's way of saying you have so much love in your heart that you're giving to yourself right now. It sounds cheesy, but that is signaling to certain other people who otherwise would be coming at you with ill intent. When someone has got love and respect for themselves, it sends signals to manipulators and abusers that actually you're going to be too much hard work. So they're not necessarily going to bother with you, right? It's usually those who have got a really low self-esteem that is like a red rag to these sort of people, okay? But your energy, like I said, your energy, you're going to be disinterested to certain people who otherwise would come in to manipulate you, right? It's like a shield, literally. That Ace of Cups energy that I accidentally said is like a shield, an energetic shield. And it helps, that self-love, it does genuinely help to keep people like that away from you. And that's why you've got Soul Tribe here. It could well be your soul tribe might have taught you that, or you could be teaching that to your soul tribe. Either or, maybe even a bit of both. But there's definitely a fundamental shift here. We've also got a message of how you've dodged disaster, which I find very intriguing. Very intriguing indeed. You've dodged disaster, or you will be dodging disaster, because you can see straight through someone or something. Queen of Swords. With Judgment immediately underneath that one. Yeah. Exactly. So your ability, this natural ability that you have to be able to read people and read their intentions is going to be heightened this month. And that is going to save you from a lot of trouble this month. A lot. Because you're definitely dodging disaster. So if more recently you've had a falling out with someone, or you've had to break things off with someone more recently, you might be sitting there questioning yourself, did I do the right thing? Did I respond correctly? Or did I overreact? And Spirit's telling you guys, you didn't overreact at all. You did the right thing, because you dodged a bullet, you dodged disaster. So try not to overthink it, because you were working on instincts, and your instincts were abso-friggin-lutely on point, okay? There's potentially some sort of new project here that's going on within a group of like-minded individuals. A group of healers here could be getting together. There could be some sort of spiritual retreat or spiritual business here, or something that's being created, okay? I'm also hearing the word charity as well. There could be a new charity that is given birth to this month that you're going to be part of, okay? So again, take the messages that resonate for you. On the whole, Scorpio, it looks like it's going to be an absolutely beautiful month for you guys on all aspects. Can you have a healing message for Scorpio, please? Okay. When I heal, the world heals. Yeah. And that one's number 30. Okay, so it says, the emotions, energy and frequency that we project create change. Not only are we affected by those around us, but we also have a collective web of energy binding us together. This way, our own state reflects out into the world. Yeah, it's one of the laws of alchemy. As above, so below. As within, so without. That's what that is. When we see this, Oh, excuse me. We see this when major world events happen, affecting those that we haven't even met. When there is fear or anger, we can feel it in our own being. When committing to healing your emotions and doing the work to walk your highest potential and path, you're not only serving yourself, but everyone and everything. You directly impact those around you that experience the shifts happening within you and raise your frequency. On top of this, when you're in a healed space within yourself, only then can you support and heal others fully. So have you been neglecting your own healing, basically? Especially those where you know that that you're spending a lot of time helping others and doing a lot of things for other people. Maybe you could be some sort of spiritual healer here as well, to any capacity. Are you working on your own healing as well? Okay. Are you filling your own cup? Have compassion and love for your journey and fully accept yourself, and let this frequency overflow to others and the world. Okay. And then it's asking for you to do a universal heart meditation. It says, use this meditation as often as you wish for at least 5 to 10 minutes each time, and sense how this practice shifts your energy over time. Sit in a comfortable position, focus on your breath, and start sensing your heart space. Visualize your heart space as a green or pink center of light, and with each inhalation, let this heart space expand more and more. Let it expand and fill your body, and then surround your body until eventually it fills up the entire room. When you feel ready, start expanding this heart energy outwards and around the whole world, like an embrace, and let the earth be infused by this energy. This is the practice of sharing your inner healing with the world. And then the symbols, world in our hands, inner healing is outer healing. Yeah. It's fairly straightforward there. Okay, so again, it's not going to appeal to absolutely everybody, okay, because again, not everyone is into chakras and meditation and all of that, okay, which is absolutely fine. Not everyone is going to be into that, but for those who are interested in it, then they're saying to do that meditation visualization exercise, and it's going to help to like push out your healing energy to the rest of the world. Especially when you're feeling powerless in a situation as well. Like say if there has been some sort of natural disaster or something that, you know, has made you feel really powerless to help. See if you can send out your healing love with that meditation visualization. But again, it's not going to appeal to everyone. It's absolutely fine. Okay. Oh my goodness, you've got 3. Okay, so for a bit of uplifting fun at the end of your read, we do have one of the sarcastic decks. There is swearing in this, so if you're allergic to swearing, just, I don't know, put your fingers in your ears or something. Right, and then the tiny mouse ice skated away from the bullshit and lived happily ever after. The end. It doesn't matter how significant you are or feel. You can choose to leave a bullshit situation, walk away with your head held high, say ta-ta or fuck off or whatever suits you best, but do it with grace and go with love. Make your own happy ending. Yeah, you're making your own happy ending. Telling people to fuck off where necessary. The pessimistic puffin, it will probably rain. Really? Where's this pessimism coming from? Find the root of it. It's probably as painful as a root canal, to be fair, but just sitting with your pain is creating an attitude that's making everyone else miserable. Don't be that puffin. Yeah. Any sense of pessimism that's dragging you down, again, just see if you can get back on top of it again straight away. Because they say laughter is contagious, but also fear is contagious as well, okay? And too much pessimism, it is going to lean into fear, and then that's contagious. So yeah, never underestimate the influence, I want to say influence, that you have over others. And then the timeout tape here, chill the fuck out. Go put yourself in a timeout this very instance. Why are you stressing out? Go panda perspective on your own arse. Sit and drink tea, journal, watch comedy, buy cool shit that you don't even need. Hug yourself. You are the chill pill. It's all inside you. Yeah, it's time to chill out. As in not stress. Okay, don't stress. Take everything in your stride the way that you have been. But yeah, that is what I have for you guys today. I genuinely hope that reading has been helpful. Please remember to like the video if you did like it. Maybe consider subscribing to the channel as well. Any and all interaction on my videos, it really does help me out, and it helps to uplift the readings and push them out to other people who might need to hear it as well. But yeah, my website for personal readings is phoenixkeia.tarot.com. And for information on any of my YouTube channels, of which I now have a couple, the personal readings, my Patreon page, anything basically that you're going to need, you will find it all in my pinned comment below and in my description box below. Thank you so very much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.